Hey everyone, it's Alex with Lover Fighter Writer, and in this Conversion.ai blog post tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to write a long-form blog post using Jarvis, the Conversion.ai artificial intelligence. And what we're going to do is aim for a 1,000-word blog post, unedited, and see how long it takes to generate that amount of content, starting from absolutely nothing. So the topic that I'm going to be writing on today is karate belt colors. I'm just going to copy this. And usually I would use a tool for this, but I just want to show you. So I searched on karate belt colors. One of the first things it shows me is these people also ask questions. Usually I would use a tool called Phrase to mine these and to mine Quora for questions. But today I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to use these. And I just want to point out that this is not necessarily my process for creating a fully SEO, like a fully search optimized blog post. This is just kind of the content generation part of the process. I will do a longer tutorial at a later date that's going to show the entire process that I go through. But for the purposes of this one, this is really just going to focus on how you actually get Jarvis, how you get Conversion.ai to generate the content that you want really quickly. So I've clicked on, I've got two tabs open here, and I was in my documents in this project, and I clicked on New, and that brings up this screen, and I'm going to open up the long-form assistant. And then over here, I'm going to open up this brainstorming document. So now I have a long-form assistant and a brainstorming document, what they call a blank document, open in two different tabs, and I can use these as I see fit. So rather than start over here and just start typing, describing my content for Jarvis, I'm going to start over here, and I'm actually going to start with the blog post outline right here. So the topic is going to be karate belt colors, and the tone of voice will say encouraging, and we'll generate. All right, so I'm just going to quickly copy both of these and paste them in here so I can work with them a little bit more easily. What belt color am I right now? What are the requirements to get a new belt color? Those ones aren't bad, so I'm going to leave those. Why is my karate instructor so strict with me? The other kids don't have as much pressure on them. That's not a good question for this. Okay. All right, so I like most of these. This one doesn't really make sense. So we're just going to stick these ones right in here. All right, so now we've got 8 kind of subheadings. Then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to just quickly copy and paste these ones in as well. Okay. What just happened? Oh, okay, so now it's formatting them. All right. So now that I've got this, I've got kind of a framework for what my article might look like. And I'm going to go back to the long form assistant, and I'm going to copy this again and say write an article about karate belt colors. Explain the significance of the different colors, what order they go in, and what each means. Answer the following questions. I'm going to come back here, Control A, Control C, paste all that in. That's too much. Okay, so I can only have the first 9. That's pretty good though. Maybe I can squeeze in one more if I do this. No. Okay. Actually, I'm going to remove this one. Make this one 8. And I'm just going to say, be encouraging. Okay, so I can do it the way that I normally do. Use an encouraging tone of voice. Okay. Then for keywords, we're going to use karate belt colors. We're going to use what are the belt colors in karate. We'll use karate ranking. Why not? And continue. And now I'm just going to generate some ideas. And I actually really like the first one, so I think I'm going to use that. And we'll generate some opening paragraph ideas. And while that's working, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to generate some more opening paragraph ideas. So actually, I need this. Grab this title. People who want to lose weight. Encouraging tone of voice, and generate. And now I've got 3 blog post intros here and 3 blog post intros over here, and I can kind of mix and match and pull from all of them, use whichever one I want. I like the way this one starts, so I'm just going to hit use this one, and we'll open the editor. Karate belt colors are not just a bunch of different colored belts. In karate, the color of your belt signifies many things. The color can show you what rank you currently are in karate and how close you are to getting the next one. If you want to know what each rank means and what it takes to get there, this article is for you. We'll tell you about the significance of each belt color, which order they go in, and tips for achieving your next rank, as well as other requirements needed to get these new belts. You'll also hear from some black belts on how long it normally takes them to reach their next level, or up or down in karate ranking. I'm just going to say level up, because saying level up or down sounds kind of weird. I'm going to put a space there. Are you training from home? And I'm going to switch this to long output, and we're going to hit compose. Rather than saying in Japan, I'm going to say traditionally. Kids start with white belts and work their way up to black in 6 steps or degrees, the 6 degrees being black. The meaning for colors vary by country, but usually represent a person's knowledge level, from no experience to full mastery. White. White is the beginning color that all beginners wear, which signifies they are brand new students just learning how to do karate moves. They may also be 11 to 13 years old, training at this rank. Okay, I'm going to remove that because this is relevant. I'm just going to get rid of this stuff and come here. Put a header here. Actually, I have something right here I can use. What is a karate belt color and what does it mean? Oops. Put my hashtags in there. And then just hit compose. Oh no, I have to type a little bit more. What is a karate belt color and what does it mean? The color of each karate belt. Control J. Colors of karate belts are as follows: white, yellow, orange, green, sometimes blue-green, brown, and black. I'm just going to put blue here because this is the way that I grew up with karate. Green, blue, brown, and black. The order in which these belt levels, we don't need to put the order because they're already in the correct order. I'm going to start this with a person. Person who has reached their first rank of black will be able to wear any color of belt they want because that means they have mastered all 6 belts before them, starting at first degree ranking with white being beginner level, no experience. Second degree ranking would start with yellow and so on until reaching 6th degree ranking where you can move up, or you can't move up anymore. So if someone were a 3rd degree black belt, there are also multiple degrees of black belt. Someone were a 3rd degree black belt, that would mean that they are achieving a higher karate ranking requires more than just going through the motions. You need to be focused on your practice and really learn what it takes to be an effective martial artist. Some people think there's no point in getting any other colors besides black, but that isn't true. All belts hold value because each color means something different, like mentioned above. So if someone were blue belt, for example, after achieving brown, then green, each color means something. I'm going to change this. Each color is an important step along your martial arts journey. What's my next subheading? I'm just going to say the karate belt colors in order of ranking. Or no, we already gave the order of ranking, so I'm going to say the karate belt colors and what they mean. Teach you some self-defense skills too. You're also starting working on waza, karate technique combinations meaning 2 or 3 strikes together done in sequence. Belt is where truly don't believe that there is a purple belt in karate. There is a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't think there's one in karate though. Students must earn brown belts by mastering more complex forms, which are called kata. Maybe they're called something else at the higher level. I'll have to check into that. And they are expected gold. There's no gold belt, don't be silly. But there is a red belt. Red belt is only achieved by I'm going to put this back down to short and just try and get it to finish this up for me. A red belt is only achieved by the most dedicated students who have put in countless hours of practice. A red belt signifies true mastery of karate. All right, so that's good. Now let's see what we have next. Significance of each belt color. Paste that in here. Give it an H2. And put this back to long. Each belt has its own well, it even gave me my next heading. How to get your next belt level, tips for achieving the next karate rank. Achieving new colors in karate takes time and patience, but with hard work, there's no limit on how high someone can go. It starts as soon as a student earns their white belt. They'll have tests that are graded every 6 months until they finally reach red belt status. I'm just going to say black because red belt is a very rare thing. I might even take that out of the description entirely. I'm not sure. This means an average student should expect to spend 3 years working towards their black belt level. I don't want to say that. If you practice karate in a school, they have to test for your belt. If you're doing training online, you'll have to fulfill the criteria laid out by your instructor. And look at that, we are past 1,000 words, and it only took about 20 minutes. So I mean, if I hadn't been taking all this time to explain everything and read stuff out loud, I could have definitely done that in 10 to 15 minutes. Easily created 1,000 words of content in 10 to 15 minutes. And this is all mostly really good stuff. Obviously, there's places where I need to go through and fix things like this, but and there's some, there's always going to be some flow issues. It's not perfect, but I just wrote 1,000 words of content in, less than 20 minutes, and I only had to type about 100 of those words myself. Other than that, I was just copy pasting and hitting Control-J and hitting the compose button. So there you have it. That is a Conversion.ai blog post tutorial demonstrating how to create a 1,000 word blog post super fast and efficiently. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to get more tutorials like this. We're going to get even more involved and go into even more detail in some of them, and there will also be some simpler ones, so make sure you stick around for those, and I'll catch you in the next one.